have a very, very interesting agenda. Normally, every Sunday we meet. This is the CeRIMed platform where we discuss all the professional, all the enthusiasts talk about how we can, health can be improved by integrating every kind of knowledge, not only modern medicine, but our ancient wisdom. And through that, we share and we love to grow and get the benefits of not only our own, but for all human beings. In that context, some of you might be aware that we are coming up with a wonderful program called Integrative Wellness, Science and Practices, which will be some unique event that on online. Anybody can join on the 17th of September after you registered for that event. On that, maybe a lot of queries, a lot of understanding is there where you can preview it, what it is, because all our esteemed member, my request is you just understand it. If you have any query, ask it. After that, please register and participate in this wonderful exercise. Not only you, but all your well-wishers, all your friends whom you think get benefited. So this is just a precursor for the actual event, which will coming up of 17. And with these few words, it will be hosted by two of our very eminent members, Dr. Susheel Sharma and Swami ji, Dayadhipananda ji, and they are today with us. They will give a bird's eye view what's coming on 17th, and you'll get to know, and you ask your question, give your feedback, so that we can make it really great success. With these few words, I welcome Dr. Sharma ji and Dayadhipananda ji to start their presentation. Over to Dr. Sharma, please.
Hello, namaskar to everybody. Good to hear from new friends, old friends. Jayadip ji, namaskar. Namaskar. So, I'm privileged and honored to be with you and present to you our idea of integrative wellness, science, and practice. We have chosen these words very carefully, and our program is unique, as you will see going forward. It takes you through the practice by assimilating and integrating what is best in the modern science and what is best in the ancient wisdom. We create a recipe of wellness where we create practices for you which are easy to practice, and we ourselves have practiced on ourselves and seen the benefit, as you will see as we go along. You may wonder that some of the practices that you may have been doing or you have heard that we have not included. Well, if that is the case, I can tell you right in the beginning, we have only included practices that have been scientifically validated and published in the world literature to show the benefit. It's possible that you may have some practice that we are not using. You'll be happy to share with us and we can look at it. But for the larger interest of the public, we are only using practices that have scientific validation, are evidence-based and published in scientific literature. All the practices that you will learn with us during the 8-week program are easy to learn, easy to do, and we'll be holding your hand, guiding you through, taking us along and doing it together. And we'll make it fun and enjoyable. And at the end, we'll all see what benefit it brings in our life. And hopefully then you will make it a lifelong journey. I'm honored to be associated with Swami ji, Swami Dayadhipananda. Some of you may not know, is also a medical doctor. So he brings in a unique blend of skill set of having been trained in modern medicine and also being a Swami of the Ramakrishna order, well-versed and a lifelong practitioner of our ancient wisdom. And he brings in this unique perspective. And I spent 4 weeks with him, and he's going to share that experience with you. And we both benefited from doing this together. And you will also benefit when you share this whole program with us. I'll be directing the didactic and the scientific side, and Dr. Dayadhipananda ji and Swami ji will be directing the practical yoga, meditation, and dhyana style. And together we'll do this journey for 8 weeks and reap the benefits. I have been practicing interventional cardiology in the West, in America, near Washington, DC for the past 25 years. I've been putting in stents in coronary arteries of patients with blockages and heart attacks, sometimes on a daily basis, sometimes weekly basis, sometimes 7 days a week. And after doing this for 25 years and seeing everybody's heart and their coronary arteries inside out, I realized that angioplasty, bypass, these are just band-aids. They do not fix the problem. You have to stop the problem from becoming a problem first. And that's where my interest sparked in prevention. It went to lifestyle medicine, then it went to wellness, and now here I am in integrative wellness. And this is the program that we're going to share with you. You must be wondering, a country like America, the richest nation on this earth with the best doctors and the best medicine, and after spending so much money for so many years, what are they thinking? Why is it that after spending so much money, average American is less healthy in his body and less happy in his mind? So experts got together and they tried to find out where the problem is. And they found out the problem was in the lifestyle. The problem was in our diet. The problem was in our inactivity. The problem was having habits that are not conducive to healthy living. And the problem was in not taking measures to reduce the stress of the modern living, which is ubiquitous. And I want to just share this video with you, and then put everything in perspective from the Western mind. And the irony that I want you to focus on, in India, we think that building the best and the most expensive doctors with spending money on the best specialists, we will bring good healthcare to India. Whereas the West, which has been through this experiment, is actually moving towards East and saying, no, we lies in changing our lifestyle, changing our diet, activity, stress, habits. And that's how they are going to reverse the epidemic. And this is really ironic that they're moving towards us and we're copying them. Have a glimpse of the video.
This could be the first generation of children in the United States that lives less than its parents.
I got 2 pills I take for my diabetes, then I got 1 for cholesterol, high blood pressure, and then I take Byetta, which is an injectable.
I'm getting really shaky and I'm sick and I'm fatigued, and that's when they diagnosed me with hypertension and diabetes.
Obesity, diabetes, heart disease, high blood pressure cost this country more than $120 billion each year.
People are saying, you're crazy. You're a cancer patient. You should be resting. Doctors told me this. When I had the second heart attack, the doctor said I should prepare for death.
Heart disease is an absolutely toothless paper tiger that need never ever exist.
People who were raised in Japan, the Philippines, Korea, China, never had heart disease, prostate cancer, colon cancer, breast cancer, rheumatoid arthritis, multiple sclerosis.
This is the atlas of cancer mortality in China.
Virtually the Western diet was non-existent. They had no animal products, they had no dairy, no meat.
We learned that we could turn on and turn off cancer growth just by adjusting the level of intake of that protein.
I knew at that point what caused most diseases.
Our national authorities are simply excluding this concept in order to protect the status quo.
With the Western diet, there are going to be 500,000 people in this country this year who will have to have the front half of their body divided, their heart exposed. Some people would call that extreme.
I know of nothing else in medicine that can come close to what a plant-based diet can do.
If you go through life thinking that what happens to you from a health perspective is based on your genes, you're a helpless victim.
I've reversed the diabetes. The diabetes is not coming back.
I just can't understand what it's done to change my life.
Diet is so much more important than anybody ever thought.
To me, the answer is so simple, it's criminal. And it's just people starting to take responsibility for their health and starting to eat more plant-based foods. It's that simple.
So those of you who are interested more, you can actually, this was a trailer from this movie called Forks Over Knives, which highlights the importance of the plant-based eating. So you can actually watch it. How do I go to the next slide from here?
This could be...
Sir, you can escape and go to the next slide. Please press escape. Yeah. Yeah. And again, you can.
So that was the perspective from a national epidemiologic side, but let's just make it personal. You all recognize who this man is. This is our former President Bill Clinton. He had access to the best possible medical care. But for the first time in September 2004, he found out that he had heart disease. And when he found it out, 90% of his arteries were clogged up. Why did he find out so late? We have now simple tests by which you can find out if there is or there is not a blockage in your arteries way before you reach the stage of 70, 80, or 90% clot. And when you join us in the program, you'll get to hear about this simple test, and we'll tell you how to get tested and find out if you are developing blockages, and if you are, how you can change them. So after his arteries are blocked up 90%, he ended up having a bypass surgery. Now, within a year of that bypass surgery, he had to have another surgery where he had his chest cut open because of the complications of the bypass surgery. And that happens sometimes. And then a few months later, his bypass that was put in blocked. And then he ended up having 2 more stents put in to fix the blockage. And that was very depressing for him. And he looked back and said, I have the best medical care, the best doctors. There has to be a solution to this one surgery after second surgery after stent and this band-aiding. Then his wife found out, Hillary Clinton, that there is a doctor who actually practices preventive medicine and has a unique diet by which not only you can prevent blockages, but you can also reverse blockages. And then he went ahead and invited him to the White House, Dr. Esselstyn, and you'll hear him also in the next video. But the video that is coming next, I want you to share Dr. Bill Clinton's experience, how he transformed his diet and how he benefited with regards to his heart disease.
How did you lose so much weight? What kind of diet are you on?
The short answer is I went on essentially a plant-based diet. I live on beans, legumes, vegetables, fruit. I drink a protein supplement every morning, no dairy. I drink almond milk mixed in with fruit and a protein powder, so I get the protein for the day when I start the day out. And it changed my whole metabolism, and I lost 24 pounds, and I got back to basically what I weighed in high school. But I did it for a different reason. I mean, I wanted to lose a little weight, but I never dreamed this would happen. I did it because after I had this stent put in, I realized that even though it happens quite often that after you have bypasses, you lose the veins because they're thinner and weaker than arteries. The truth is that it clogged up, which means that the cholesterol was still causing buildup in my vein that was part of my bypass. And thank God I could take the stents. I don't want it to happen again. So I did all this research, and I saw that 82% of the people since 1986 who have gone on a plant-based, no dairy, no meat of any kind, no chicken, turkey. I eat very little fish. Once in a while I'll have a little fish, not often. If you can do it, 82% of the people who've done that have begun to heal themselves. Their arterial blockage cleans up. The calcium deposit around their heart breaks up. This movement has been led by a doctor named Caldwell Esselstyn at the Cleveland Clinic, Dean Ornish, whom you know, out in California, the doctors Campbell, father and son, who wrote the China study, and a handful of others. But we now have 25 years of evidence. And so I thought, well, since I need to lose a little weight for Chelsea's wedding, I'll become part of this experiment. I'll see if I can be one of those that can have a self-clearing mechanism. We'll see.
I hope you're healthy for many years and get to see grandchildren. How do you lose?
So anyway, this is the person that he was talking about. In his talk, and this is Dr. Esselstyn. So a little bit of background on Dr. Esselstyn. He was the director of Cleveland Clinic, a brilliant doctor, a product of Yale School of Medicine. And he also is very athletic. And in fact, in 60s, he won the bronze medal in triathlon for the United States of America. And he also had another surgeon working with him in the same hospital, prolific surgeon who was doing multiple surgeries every day. And suddenly one day, the surgeon had chest pain, and he found out that all 3 arteries were blocked. He himself is a surgeon, but he was scared. He said, I don't want bypass surgery. So he came to Esselstyn, who was at that time, for his own benefit, practicing plant-based diet, and said, how about if I put you on this reversal diet? And if you take this reversal diet, you will not need the bypass. He not only did not need the bypass, but he cleared his arteries based on angiogram, and he went back to full-time surgery. And he got very inspired, Dr. Esselstyn, and he went ahead and did a whole study that I'm going to share the results with you. But first, listen to what he has to say. Now, I want you to pay attention, but at the same time, understand that what he's talking about is a drastic reversal diet. But if you back off from that slightly, then you can also have a preventive diet that prevents the blockages from developing. But if you really want already developed blockages to clear, then you need to do what he's trying to say on this video. And please take a listen.
All experts in this disease would agree that where cardiovascular disease has its inception, its onset, its beginning, is when we progressively injure the life jacket and the guardian of our blood vessels, which happens to be that delicate innermost lining, the endothelium. And what truly makes the endothelium so magical is the molecule of gas, nitric oxide, that it produces, which is the great protector and salvation of all of our blood vessels because of its remarkable functions. For example, nitric oxide will keep all the cellular elements within our bloodstream flowing smoothly like Teflon rather than Velcro. Number 2, nitric oxide is the strongest blood vessel dilator in the body. When you climb stairs, the arteries to your heart, to your legs, they widen, they dilate. That's nitric oxide. Number 3, nitric oxide keeps the wall of the artery from becoming thick and stiff or inflamed, protects us from getting high blood pressure, hypertension. Number 4, and this is the absolute key. Number 4, a safe and normal amount of nitric oxide will protect us all from ever developing blockages or plaque. However, anybody who develops cardiovascular disease, whether they're in New York, Chicago, London, Berlin, it's because in the previous decades they now have so sufficiently trashed, injured, compromised, and turned their endothelial system into a train wreck. They no longer have enough nitric oxide to protect themselves from making blockages and plaque. But the good news here is this. This is not a malignancy. And once you get patients to stop ever again passing any morsel through their lips that is going to further destroy an already train-wrecked endothelium, then rapidly the endothelial system recovers, makes enough nitric oxide so not only can you halt the disease, but often we'll see significant elements of disease reversal. Now, you're probably asking, what are the foods that every time we eat them, we injure the endothelial cells? Any drop of oil. Olive oil, corn oil, soybean oil, safflower oil, sunflower oil, coconut oil, palm oil, oil in a cracker, oil in a piece of bread, oil in a salad dressing. Oil injures endothelial cells, as does anything with a mother or a face. Meat, fish, chicken, fowl, turkey, and eggs, and dairy, milk, cream, butter, cheese, ice cream, and yogurt, and sugary drinks, diet colas, Pepsis, Coke. I don't like sugary foods, cakes, pies, cookies, stevia, agave, excesses of maple syrup, molasses, and honey. And for the patients who have heart disease, too much saturated fat, I do not like avocado, nuts, peanut butter, and cashew sauce. And be careful of coffee with caffeine. Decaf, okay. Coffee with caffeine, not okay. My name is Dr. Caldwell B. Esselstyn, Jr., and I work at the Cleveland Clinic Wellness Institute, where I direct the Cardiovascular Disease Prevention and Reversal Program.
So he went ahead and started a study where he hand selected 45 patients with severe blockages. And he told them that you're not going to go through angioplasty, you're not going to go through bypass, and you're only going to do this drastic diet where you only eat plants. And as you can see on your screen, I have put 3 sets of pictures in 3 circles. The left-hand picture, long blockage, is the pre-diet picture, and the right panel is the post. So see how this artery is blocked up, and after 3 months of diet, it's clearing up. In the middle, you see a big blockage focal pointed by this arrow and clearing up. And in the third inset, you see this long blockage in the middle of this right coronary artery, which is clearing up. And he showed these changes that came up because these people changed their diet. They ate plant-based diet, which provides nutrients that make the endothelium happy and healthy, and their arteries recovered, dilated, and opened up the blockages and prevented heart attacks, angioplasty, bypass, and stroke. And he showed these changes persisting for up to 5 years in these people. And he found out the unique thing was that when you go on plant-based diet, your cholesterol drops below 150. And there have been multiple studies that have demonstrated that if your cholesterol is below 150, you cannot develop a blockage. This, I want to share epidemiological experience with you. National Geographic decided to find out how can we live happier and longer and healthier. And they started doing this geographic analysis and came up these 5 areas in the world: Loma Linda in California, Nicoya in Costa Rica, Sardinia in Italy, and Icaria in Greece, and Okinawa in Japan. And they found out that at these 5 places, there are people who live the longest and healthiest. They had the highest number of people living longer than 100 years. Then they went ahead and did a study, which is called Blue Zone Project. What they did was they collected data from all these 5 different places spread all over the globe and said, what is it that's common to them? What is it that they do that they are so healthy, they are so happy, they live so long? And they came up with 9 practices that these people do, 9 different things which are common to all places. And that became the Power of 9, the Blue Zone Project. Now, the study that you're going to do with us, the program that we are going to do with us, and the practices that we do, fortunately, we have included all 9 practices of these people, and you will benefit from that once you come and join us and go through our 8-week program. World Health Organization has published this, and you can check up on the website. 80% of heart disease, stroke, diabetes can be prevented. 40% cancers are preventable. So you can also look at differently. If you have diabetes, or you have stroke, or you have heart disease, 80% contribution towards that, unfortunately, was made by your lifestyle. 20% was your genes or environment that caused these things to happen. That is the responsibility side, but the good news is that with time and with practice, you can prevent further deterioration of your heart disease, second stroke, the worsening of your diabetes, or another cancer. So it's very much within your hands to prevent these illnesses, prevent their progression, and also by appropriate measures, sometimes reverse them. And you'll find out in the 8-week program how to do that. You have a choice. You have a choice because for all the illnesses that I just mentioned, there are pills. And you can take a handful of pills every day, 1 for the diabetes, 2 for the diabetes, 1 for cholesterol, 1 for blood pressure, aspirin, beta blockers, ACE inhibitors, all those medicines, 8, 10, 15 different medicines every day. And you can live with it. There's no doubt modern medicine helps to live with it, but you're just living with it, taking multiple medications, spending money on them, and coping and dealing with the side effects. But at the end, these pills also stop working because these illnesses are progressive. And then you go through procedures, and modern medicine provides excellent procedures. You can have stents, you can have bypass, you can have surgeries. It costs money, it gives you discomfort, it gives you pain, but it no doubt protects life. But having said that, why would you not go on prevention? Prevent these diseases from coming at the first place and not having to go through multiple medications and procedures. Once you do this 8-week program and bring in these healthy habits in your life, you are really on a road to healthy living, preventing the progression of whatever illness that you come with, or preventing them from happening in the first place. And also, if you really go on a drastic side of this program that we're going to discuss with you, you can also reverse these blockages. So you're wondering, what is it that we do? You have all these things you've seen in different programs, but we will be presenting to you what is scientifically based and proven to have maximum benefit over shortest period of time. We'll tell you healthy nutrition, diet, eating, what should be your plate size, what should be portions, what you should eat, what you should not eat, what has scientific facts behind it and what does not. And certain foods some people will tell you not to eat, but you like. It may be that they are healthy foods and you can continue to eat. What kind of activity, to what extent, what amount, how much to do, when to do, how to do, you will learn about that. You will go through practical yoga sessions, which itself is a substitute for activity. If you're doing 1 hour of yoga every day, you do not need to go to a gym. That is enough exercise to give you all the health benefits. In fact, the European Society of Cardiology in its 2014 manual said that yoga is a substitute for gym as far as health for heart is concerned. You'll also learn how ubiquitous is stress in our lives. Sometimes the stress can be subliminal, sometimes it can be subclinical, but we all have stress. If we are saying that we do not have stress, it is because we have so much stress that we are even not prepared to admit it. We'll tell you healthy practices, healthy choices that can improve stress, eliminate stress, and you have a stress-free living. We'll tell you unique and scientifically proven methods of how to change habits. How do you change your habits? Maybe you're changing your habits by making resolutions or promises or punishing yourself. Well, that's not how habits change. A better way of changing habits is through a rational resolution of habits in your mind. And we'll tell you how that rational resolution is done reflectively in your mind. More superior to that actually is a method called substitution. You substitute healthy habits for unhealthy habits. You're still getting the enjoyment, but enjoyment through healthy means. And we'll discuss that with you, how to substitute healthy habits. And even superior to that is the sublimation, how you could actually transform your lifestyle in such a way that you have now acquired habits that take you to a higher cause in life. You're more geared towards leading a creative, purposeful, meaningful life where all these habits just automatically fall off because you have now inculcated such beautiful, uplifting habits in your life. And you'll hear about that from Swamiji throughout the talk. So you were wondering, why should we trust you? Well, here I'm telling you how we do it. We present to you the facts, only the scientifically proven facts. We will bring it forward in front of you the practices, the validated practices which are practical, easy to learn, easy to practice, easy to do. We will tell you how you can measure the benefit yourself. You can actually measure your parameters starting from your weight to your cholesterol to your diabetes and see for yourself those measurements. And once you see a progressive change in that, you see this graph of your health climbing higher and higher and higher. We don't have to prove anything to you. You yourself have proven to yourself that this is what I want to do. This is what I don't just want to do for 8 weeks, but I want to do for the rest of my life. But in those 8 weeks, you have learned everything that you need to learn. You're only allocating 1 hour, 4 days a week. And remember, only 2 hours is about the science. 2 hours actually, an hour each time, you'll be practically doing yoga, meditation, and pranayama with Swamiji. So 2 hours is your exercise time. You don't have to go to gym on those two hours. At the end of 8 weeks, you've done 16 yoga, dhyana, pranayama sessions, and you are an expert. Then in the comfort of your home, you can continue. I did this with Swamiji for 4 weeks, and now I do it on my own every day. I don't need any YouTube. I don't need anybody to tell me what to do. Those simple practices that I learned, and I practice. And then you continue for the rest of your life. So from this program, you'll have healthy practices, healthy science, healthy health habits, and learn and practice yoga, pranayama, and dhyana for the rest of your life. The uniqueness of our program, I like this slide from Duke Integrative Medicine program. How in the center of this is you. It's all about you. You will be choosing what is best for you. You will be practicing what is best for you. You will be learning, and from that, taking what works in your environment. You will realize that it makes you more mindful and aware of your own health. You will understand the true prevention and intervention. You will understand what is a mind-body connection, how my mind affects my body, how my body affects my mind, how you balance exercise and rest, how you should move to stay healthy, healthy nutrition. You'll also have uplifting personal development. It'll lead you to a state of mind that increases the creativity and also improves your purposeful and meaningful living. You will see a change in your interpersonal relations and environment around you. You will realize that your stress has gone down, your habits have changed, your life is more joyful, and you have more healthy, meaningful relationships with people around you. So it's not just about the diet, it's not just about the exercise, it's about you, and it's leading to a change in you, which is for your best benefit. Remember, your journey to your wellness is paved by your mind. It takes time. It takes time to learn these things because you have done things in a certain way in life, which is not conducive to a healthy lifestyle and healthy living. But remember, you have to make a beginning at some point. What you're going to plant today, you'll harvest tomorrow. And what you're going to harvest tomorrow is a healthy body and a happy mind. Remember, if you just have a goal without a plan, it's really only a wish. So let's just go ahead, go through this program, do this together, give us the opportunity to serve you, and enjoy the benefit of this beautiful integrated wellness, science, and practice program together. Thank you. And now I'll invite Swamiji to do a short presentation of how we practiced it together for 4 weeks, how we benefited. He will show you the numbers that he benefited from, and then he will show you what are the benefits if you get on this program with him to learn yoga, dhyana, and pranayama, and the scientific basis about that. Over to Swamiji. Anirban, can you take over the slides or should I run?
Yes, sir. Allow me to share my screen. I can.
Yeah, you can stop sharing, Dr.
I can start sharing? Okay.
Stop. You have a button called stop sharing on top of the screen.
A red button. Right.
Yes.
Hello.
Now Swamiji can take over.
Yeah. I'm able to share my screen. Yeah, that's right.
You can.
This is my screen. Okay. Yeah, everybody is able to see the slides I have put on my screen.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Swamiji.
Thank you. So at the outset, my namaskars to all the dignitaries who have specially taken out their precious time to bless the occasion. As I keep on telling, sharing and learning, learning and sharing. I learn something and share with others. I share with somebody and he keeps on teaching and somebody else learns. That's what Dr. Susheel Sharma mentioned in the end. You have given us an opportunity to serve. Let us see in what way we are going to serve. We have heard so far by an interventional cardiologist who is presently working in USA, Maryland, Washington, DC. After his 35 years of intense full-time interventional cardiologist, something made him to change the working style. Rather than, as you mentioned, rather than keep on doing the band-aid or patchwork, let me do something which will be permanently changing the life of the individuals. He shared his idea 5 years back when he met me in Haridwar, and I was very much excited and thrilled to learn from a person who is doing cardiac stenting every day, day in and day out, now wants to do something in the field of preventive cardiology. Since that day onwards, I started to work more on the work what already I was working. As my closely associated people already know, both from the CeRIMed and the special guests that are there, whom I'll be introducing and taking their views towards the end of my 10 minutes brief talk, that we have more than 300 type 1 diabetic children who are leading a healthy and normal life. I met many endocrinologists, and I also have many endocrinologists on board as my honorary consultants for these type 1 diabetic children. The experience and opinion of every endocrinologist is that, Swamiji, we also have many type 1 diabetic children. We follow the same treatment, rather, I am following the same international treatment what's being practiced to keep these type 1 diabetic children physically fit. But the program at Ramakrishna Mission Haridwar, which is being run under the guidance of our Secretary Swamiji, Swami Nityashuddhananda, who is a senior monk of Ramakrishna Mission Order, who has dedicated his life in the service of poor and needy for more than 40 years here at Haridwar. So under the guidance of such a monk and with the help of eminent experts, endocrinologists across the world, where we have developed a special module, not just to treat them physically, but also give them emotional and spiritual strength. That's what we are speaking and listening in many international webinars. Physical distance and emotional and spiritual bonding alone can help us to fight this pandemic COVID-19, which is expected to go for another 2 years. So respected Swamis and my well-wishers, admirers and members of our CeRIMed, let me just go ahead in just 5 minutes to talk about what yoga actually can do. As I said, the children who are with us are unique because they are getting yoga training with experts from Patanjali and many other traditional yoga experts, and also me practicing yoga with them. So this work inspired me to go and participate in international level yoga seminars, from where I learned a lot and I am benefited personally, which my reports will be showing in the slides to come. As you see, Dinacharya, one should have a wonderful routine so that I will not have any disorders in my daily routine. If I don't have any disorder in my daily routine, I will not have lifestyle disorders. Today, the big question mark, the big problem which we saw through the videos run by Dr. Susheel Sharma was, we have created many lifestyle disorders for ourselves and we are suffering. So if we have a proper dinacharya, we will not have such lifestyle disorder. For that, myself and Dr. Susheel had a wonderful routine. Get up early in the morning, get fresh, go to temple, sit for meditation, then do stotra chanting, and then we go by cycling to different locations in Haridwar, like Ganga Kinara and these Chandi Hills. cycling and biking and hiking, we said. There we went and practiced some Sukshma Vyayamas. This slide you can see Sukshma Vyayamas, free hand exercises, so that our body will become fit to practice some asanas. So then we also practiced some pranayamas, which made us very energetic. We also absolutely followed a wonderful diet, which is salt-free, sugar-free, oil-free. The moment I say, oh, what taste is, it was very tasty. So all the recipe which were supplied by Dr. Pratibha Sharma, wife of Dr. Susheel Sharma, who is also a practicing physician at Maryland. So we used to have lot of dals, black grams and variety of dals with skin, that we have to remember. We had lot of vegetables with our dal and roti, and we also had a lot of green leafy vegetables. So that was our wonderful diet which we practiced. By the practice of such yogasana, pranayama along free and exercise, my cholesterol, which used to be around 161, LDL 161, came down to 100. This is very important to be noted. So if my LDL can come down from 161 to 100, I need not take any statins. I'm 44 now. I was thinking, should I start taking statins? Many of my endocrinologists said, Swamiji, you are very young, you are very good in your exercise, you are doing yoga, your HDL is good, you need not be starting so soon, but today or tomorrow you will have to start. So I was thinking whether to start statins. Then Susheel Sharma came, we practiced together, and that was the benefit. HDL went from 50 to 58. So this was the result of doing this 1 month intense practice of yoga, pranayama, meditation, and diet. So as the pictures are shown here, one of my brother monk who is there will be giving his views, who practiced yoga, pranayama, meditation with me, got immense benefit. So this is Swami Chidekananda. This is one boy from USA by name Nitya, practicing. This is what my talk at All India Institute of Medical Science, AIMS Rishikesh. Dr. Ravikant is there with me, who is the head of the department, diabetes and metabolism. And his patients are also in touch with me, practicing and got the benefit. So what exactly the benefits of pranayama? As we know, when we do pranayama, when my breathing pattern is stabilized, brought into equilibrium, my body and mind becomes fit. What does it mean? My mind becomes stable, calm, quiet, that is stress-free, anxiety-free, depression-free. That will have immense health benefits. So this is Ravikantji, wherein I was in AIMS Rishikesh with 1 or 2 sessions. We did conduct 2 sessions, I remember, last year. This is Patanjali, head of yoga department, Sri Jaydeep Arya, Dr. Jaydeep Arya, who is closely associated with my work. In fact, I can say it's my close group, my yoga guru. See, as Sri Ramakrishna says, Joto Bachi Toto Siki, as long as we live, we do learn. I learned many fine aspects of yoga pranayama from Dr. Jaydeep Arya. He is the registrar of Kangadi Vishwavidyalaya. We did conducted some yoga shibirs together. So to make it brief, because we don't have time, I have to listen from my special audience who have already practiced yoga, pranayama, meditation, and the things with me. From them, what this module, what we have designed means for them. So to make it simple, healthy diet, which will increase more fresh leafy vegetables, which will include whole plant-based diet, which will include whole grain cereals. So if we can practice Abhyasenaknu kaunteya tu vairagyena. So regular practice, by giving up all the distractions, one can achieve a great health. That's what I have experienced with whatever Dr. Susheel Sharma spoke and my experience. And my health benefits are immense. I am more fit, I am able to work, serve more, and of course, as a passion, I have connected with so many great souls. Now I'll go on introducing one by one who will be sharing their experiences with us. So first, I request our Swami Tadhyuptananda Maharaj, who is one of my senior monk, under whom we received a lot of guidance and blessings when I joined in Belgaum. Swami Tadhyuptananda ji is presently serving our Ramakrishna Mutt, Bangalore, Baswangudi. Swamiji takes care of the students' home, hostel for youths. Swami Tadhyuptananda ji will share his views in just 1 or 2 minutes, please. Can my screen be unshared? I'll do it. Swami Tadhyuptananda is not there. I request Swami Chidekananda ji to share his views. Swami Chidekananda is from Advaita Ashram, Kolkata. He is the city editor of Prabuddha Bharata. Swamiji practiced yoga and he also followed the diet with me when he was at Haridwar last year. Swamiji, please share your experience for just 1 or 2 minutes.
Yes. Can you hear me, Maharaj?
Please.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. So it's a great honor to be here. And
Swamiji, can you put on your video if possible, or you are
yes.
just on audio?
No, my video is on, Maharaj.
Yes, please
reverse the camera.
show your camera.
Okay.
Adjust your camera.
Reverse.
Okay.
Yes, please.
Yes.
This is Swami Chidekananda, city editor, Prabuddha Bharata. Please share your views.
Yes.
Maharaj, I just want to say I'm very honored to be here, and I really enjoyed the introduction and the speech by Dr. Susheel Sharma, as well as yourself. And I received immense benefit from the yoga I could practice with you during my 10 days in Haridwar, and that was a great benefit for me. And recently, even I was taken to the hospital. I was taken to the hospital along with a few other monks, and during that time, while they were all taking medicine and falling ill due to the medicine, I was able to try to continue my yoga practices even during the hospital. So I see the great importance of what both of you are talking about, and I have great hopes that the program you are putting forward will continue to prosper and inspire us all, and I look forward to participating in it as well.
Thank you, Swamiji. I request you to spread this program around your devotees and friends who really are interested to practice. Thank you for your kind words, Swamiji. Now I go to Jaydeep Aryaji, who is on only video, with a special request. He is there with me. Jaydeep Aryaji.
Pranam, Swamiji Maharaj.
Pranam.
Namaskar.
Pranam, Susheel ji, and all the members on the dais. I heard the talk of Dr. Susheel Sharma ji.
Thank you.
First of all, I really congratulate him. From interventional cardiologist to a naturopathy, dietitian, and yoga.
Oh, it's great to see you.
Yeah, you're great, and you're creating this much awareness. When a cardiologist himself will tell by a perfect lifestyle, with yogic lifestyle, you can reverse your cardiac disease. That will be great message. And people are listening from the Western very keen. And their interest is what is Western are saying in the field of medicine. Western is having the edge. In allopathy, the European medical masters, if they see it something, that is the word of the Bible. So when you will speak from the core of your heart, and when you will describe the way you have described here, the president of USA and the head of the department of the medicine, the cardiologist, when he is saying that how I grilled in the or with this with these diseases, how to free from the clutches of imbalance of cholesterol, lipids. By way of changing the diet, you can change the whole scenario. I want to add on to it. Samadoshaha samagnishcha samadhatu malakriya prasanna atma indriya manaha swasth iti vidhiyate. Samadoshaha, vat pit kaph, as very rightly said by that learned doctor, the nitric oxide, NO2, balances our heart, cures our heart, and maintains our health of the heart. We all know carbon dioxide, the level of carbon dioxide should be, and oxygen level should be likewise. But when you will tell that the level of nitric oxide is this much effective, means the prana tattva is balancing our whole system. It will be a great message. And I really congratulate you, Param Shraddhe Swamiji Maharaj, who is the flag runner, who is the flag bearer of yogic science. And he claims from last 10-15 years that we can reverse the diabetes, we can reverse the cardiac diseases by way of yogic lifestyles, by way of naturopathy. You have very much stressed on the diet, means you are going for the naturopathy. Less salt, less sugar, less oil, manifested diet means that is the path of naturopathy. We have to live with the nature. Param Shraddhe Swamiji Maharaj blessed you, Dr. Susheel, and I hope with Puja Swami Dayadhipananda ji, your movement will definitely going to mobilize the Indian mindset and global mindset towards yogic lifestyle, naturopathy, and make the people free from the disease. And this is your movement. People should live disease free. People should live without medicines. How they can cure themselves without medicines, on their own. That is your movement, and I wish you both a great success, and our all good wishes are with you. Pujya Swami Dayadhipananda is very humble. He blessed me, and his friendship, his blessings as a divine power really matters for me a lot. I really thank all the team members, co-members who have organized this very beautiful show. That's all from my side. With the final word from the Yogeshwar Bhagwan Krishna, Yogastha Kuru Karmani Sangam Tyaktva Dhananjaya Siddha Siddhyo Samobhutvaha Samatvam Yoguchyate. Everything depends on mind. Earlier when we studied in medical colleges, the basic funda was healthy mind is there when there is a healthy body. Healthy body contains healthy mind. Nowadays, it is very much clear that healthy mind contains. So stress-free life will lead you to disease-free life. Thanks a lot from my side. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Jaideep Aryaji, for a wonderful message. Your words mean a lot.
Yes.
You have been practicing yoga for last more than 20 years, and you have been a pioneer under the guidance of Shraddheya Swamiji, Swami Ramdevji Maharaj. And you are also the yoga board chairman of Haryana State. And I closely know the work you have done. You are pioneer in creating a world record on 21st June 2019, where more than 150,000 people participated early morning 5:30 to do yogasana. So your work is very much commendable. You are my inspiration to continue the good work. With your collaboration, we will go and do a lot. Thank you for your time and your words. Now I go to Dr. Ashok Kondur, who is one more cardiologist from USA, Detroit. I don't have much time to talk about him. I can simply say he's a practicing intervention cardiologist with all the best degrees from best universities. He practiced yoga for 2 days with me in Chandy Hills. So I thought he should be there when we launch this class. Dr. Ashok Kondur, cardiologist, Detroit, USA.
Thank you, Maharaj Dayadhipananda and Sharma. As they rightly said, I had an honor to be 2 days with Maharaj and introduced me to yogic practices and pranayama. My consistency lasted for 3 months, then dropped. Then again, like a lot of interruptions because of busy with the work schedule. As they rightly mentioned, consistency is the main thing. I've seen a lot of results with that. And I do the plumbing job like Dr. Sharma. Like once the disease process sets in, and all we're doing is just Band-Aid, as they rightly mentioned. So we need to move towards the heart healthy society and preventive model. And if I have another chance, I will definitely, in the next year, probably I'll spend like Dr. Sharma, another 4 weeks with you in the ashram and change my diet habits to completely to what you guys are practicing. Thank you for giving this opportunity.
Thank you for your kind words. Your words mean a lot for us, and your love and affection out of your busy schedule. You took out your time. Just I called you yesterday morning and you agreed with all the busy schedule. Thank you very much, Dr. Ashok Kondur. Now I have one more Swami who is closely associated right from our beginning days in Belgaum Ramakrishna Mission, where we joined under Swami Purushothamananji Maharaj. Swami Tapo Yajnananda is basically an engineer. Now he is serving our Vedanta Society at Brazil, Sao Paulo. Swamiji also practiced yoga with me. Swamiji, Swami Tapo Yajnananda.
Yes. Thank you, Swami Dayadhipananda. I'm very, here it is morning 10 o'clock, Sao Paulo. There it may be around 6:30. Good evening to all, to my Indian
Swamiji,
friends.
can you please turn on your camera? Yeah.
Yeah.
Please.
So good wishes to all. I'm very glad to be part of this session. Today, the quality of life forms a part of well-being. Some great experiences from Dr. Susheel, Dr. Jaideep Arya, Dr. Swami Dayadhipananda have shared with us with their personal experiences and the results which they have found. It is very interesting to note that personal experiences are shared. So it really inspires us to follow these sessions. I hope it is same with everybody who is listening. So I welcome this CeRIMed integrated medicine effort to conduct this webinar, which is very useful to all of us. This integrated medicine, when going through this session, it reminds me of a verse from Bhagavad Gita, where Shri Krishna has very clearly pointed out what this yoga system is. It is from chapter number 6, verse number 17. Yuktahara viharasya, yukta cheshtasya karmasu, yukta swapnavabodhasya, yogo bhavati dukkhaha. It means he who is moderate in his sleep, who is moderate in eating, who is moderate in recreation, and who is moderate in work also. When it is properly balanced, it can mitigate all the sufferings from the life. This is what yoga, according to Bhagavad Gita, Shri Krishna points out. Today, integrated medicine, in always through scientific approach and from addressing the patient also, emotionally and mentally, it seems that we are approaching through a total integrated system, which will be beneficial for all. I am very thankful to everybody. I congratulate for the successful session. I am happy that with open heart, I say that really a lot of things I came to know about this. I'll be a part of this team whenever in any way possible to you all. Thank you all.
Thank you, Swamiji, for your kind words. Yes, we are running short of time. We have one more session after this. So still, with the permission of Subratoji, I'll take another 5 minutes because some people who are there, their views are very important for me. Subratoji, with your kind permission, I'll take another 5 minutes.
Okay, please go ahead.
Dr. Ravikant is head of the department Diabetes and Metabolism at All India Institute of Medical College, Rishikesh. Dr. Ravikant ji, are you there? Now I call upon Dr. Balakrishna Shetty, who is Vice Chancellor, who is a renowned radiologist, well-known radiologist in his own field at the international community, and who is very actively working at Siddhartha Institute of Medical Science as a Vice Chancellor. Dr. Balakrishna Shetty practiced yoga with me, and we shared ashrama dinacharya. Dr. Shetty.
Good evening, Swamiji. Nice to see you and nice to listen to the talks by Susheel. Okay, I'm Vice Chancellor here, and everything changed after Swami Dayadhipananda ji visited our university as a chief guest, and we went to Kanyakumari, and after that I was really impressed not only by pranayama and meditation of the Swamiji, the way he was working. So after that I have taken work as worship. So then we went to Ramakrishna Hospital in Trivandrum, and I started doing teleradiology for the patients there. And I went to Haridwar and spent 2 days with Swamiji. I would like to say that is almost changed my lifestyle. So after that, I've realized more than meditation, pranayama, and dieting, I feel work is worship. So then we also started a website called Seva website, because we saw so many patients in the Ramakrishna Mission hospitals. We have started a Seva hospital. I felt there are so many doctors who want to work like me in these hospitals, at least for at least for a week or a month. Then we started a website. The website is called www.seva.in, wherein almost all the doctors can log on to this and then find out which hospital needs their service. So that's a website. I will be, reviving that website once again. And I thank Swamiji for giving a great opportunity. And not only that, we have got 2 medical colleges and also 1 engineering college, almost 3,000 students who are ready to participate in almost all the programs of Ramakrishna Mission Hospital. So thank you, Swamiji.
Thank you for your kind words. What you added was a wonderful, important element, work as worship, the Seva concept. So we are physically, mentally fit, but what next? Unless we lead a meaningful life, which really can affect the life of others, not much use. So thank you for adding that, and you are practicing, and we are closely working. Yes, we will work together. Now I'll take 1 more minute to call upon our Swamiji, Swami Shantivratananda, who is closely associated with me, his love and affection always. I share a lot of things, work with him. He knows my work, he follows my work, and he has done his PhD in Swami Vivekananda philosophy. Swami Shantivratananda. Okay, I think some internet problem.
I can't see him, sir.
Yeah, Radhika Nagarath.
Yeah, I can.
Radhika Nagarath. She is a journalist who has done her PhD in Swami Vivekananda philosophy.
Yeah, I can see her. I have asked
Radhika
her to...
Nagarath, please. Radhika Nagarath, unmute and put on your video, please. Okay, maybe some problem. I will not take much time now. So it's my time. I have crossed 7 minutes extra. Thanks to all for bearing with us the extra time. Anyway, we will be soon launching this wellness program on the 17th. I request all my special guests to convey about this program, which is online. Because of this COVID-19, Dr. Susheel is not able to travel physically. And we will also take the blessings of many great souls on the 17th when we launch. And once again, my heartfelt thanks and gratitude for all the special guests for their time and their presence and for their valuable words. Dr. Susheel Sharma, if you want to have one word, you can have and hand over the mic to Subrata. Susheel Sharma ji.
Over to Subrata.
Okay, thank you very much for this wonderful session, which covers such a big overview of that upcoming program. So to know a little more about that program, I'll request Anirban briefly mention what to do now. If you're convinced it's a program to go ahead, and I request Anirban to say maybe a few words about the upcoming program. Anirban, please.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Subrata, and thank you, Dr. Susheel and Dr. Dayadhipananda for making the teaser of this event, which we are going to have on 17th, which is commencing on 17th, to be extremely interesting. And I'm sure that my request is that I've been posting this on the chat box time and again, that the process is very simple. You have to just log into, I can share the screen and just show it for 2 minutes and wait. Dr. Chandrasekhar, wait for a couple of minutes more before he starts his talk. You can go to your, CeRIMed.in. You can actually log in to CeRIMed, and you'll see the website, the way it opens here. And you can go to this join IWSP screen. If I'm sure you're able to see that. And there you have two, buttons. We have one is registration form. It will take you to the registration form. And this is the registration form. It's a very simple 5-6 questions are there. Please fill up that so that we can send you the link to the inaugural session on 17th. And if you want to know more about that particular event, there is a resource section. You can have a look at that. Having said this, I'll keep posting these messages with the links to your individual email IDs and your WhatsApp numbers, just to ensure that you please log in. And also, as Dr. Susheel and Dr. Dayadhipananda said, that you can please make your own circle, come and join this interesting program so that all of us can benefit and the word can spread, and it can become a kind of a movement as we go along, instead of remaining within a very few people. So today we have only 2 beneficiaries. I hope with this program we have 2,000. So I wish for that. And with these few words, I'll give it over to Dr. Subrata. Kindly, if you can take over, Dr. Subrata. That's all from my side.
Thank you very much,